Welcome back to part two, not one, but part two of this week's Headspace podcast review. I am doing Cameron's new album, Purple Haze 2. I am Chris Chrome. I am doing it alone today. If you didn't catch the first part, I will briefly explain. Holden decided not to do it today. He's got some other things to take care of, so I'll be holding it down for this part 2 of Headspace Review, Cameron's new album, Purple Haze 2. Wow, I have more excitement on this part. Jeez. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for everybody. I'm going to take this quick time to shout out the Patreons at the beginning. Thank you, Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Lindo Williams, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, and Scribble. Thank you so much. I'll touch upon it more at the end of the episode. I've already done the comment for this week's review. You can check that out on part 1. Briefly to explain, this is the show where I'm going to go track by track through the album. We have 8 tracks left. I've already done the first 8, 1 to 8 on part 1. You can definitely check that out. Again, this is Cameron's album, Purple Haze 2. This is episode 153. And there's not much really to say about it. The album's good so far. I'm just going to jump right back into it and kind of wrap it up at the end of it all. So on the last track we did, it was the right one. And now we are on This Is My City. Okay, so this song comes in, and it's kind of got this, still kind of being consistent with the old school feel, which I'm really enjoying. And I guess when I say enjoying, it's a hit or miss. It really depends on, I guess, the song that I'm feeling and the way that it kind of comes in. This is not too bad. But then it kind of starts to take a little bit of a rocky road for me. So, give me a second here. So we have Cameron featuring Max B, and Max B starts off with "This is my city," but it's so fucking mumbled. Jesus, it's so mumbled. I don't know. I don't know if it was something he was trying or whatnot. I've heard of Max B before. I don't know a lot of his music. I've heard some songs in passing. I've not really sat down and done anything severe, but realistically, I didn't really kind of catch it at first. I was like, wait, what is this? And then we kind of just go right in, and it's more of this reminiscing feel Cameron's giving us. So whoever thought Cam would grow to gross in the millions, 101 West, you should have seen my building, 139 Park, started off as a children, grew up with Big L, and the dude supposedly killed him. A week before that, though, Big L had tried to kill him. That's what I heard. Please don't get in your feelings. It's more of this environment mentality, kind of explaining this is people that I looked up to and this is what happened. And it's good. It's really good because at a certain point, this is how me as a fan, I find out a lot about the beefs and a lot about the individual lives of other rappers that we may or may not have reviewed. I know who Big L is. I reviewed his album back on Classic Quest. I can't think of the album right now. But very great bars, very good lyricist, really has a nice flow. And to see that he was connected to Cameron, it really just kind of gives me more of an insight in that part of hip-hop culture and history. So that was really, really cool. When the time's right, I will tell you about these villains and everybody dead, so it ain't about squealing. Weapons we concealing them, need be revealing them. Fly, nah fly traps was hanging from the ceiling. Mike and Giz was chilling. Me and Biz was illin'. Love my hood, but to make it out, woo, what a feeling. That is some serious shit. You really do love the place. I like to believe that everybody does kind of love the place that they come from, even if you grow up to hate it or whatnot. I kind of hate the city that I come from, that I was growing up as a kid, but at a certain point there is a part of me that's that also is what made me. Now I have my own issues, right? I have my own issues, my own experiences on why I may or may not love my area or love my city that I come from, or even just Montreal or whatnot. But overall, I do pay respect to my city. I do know that without my city of Montreal, I wouldn't be the person I am today, without the people, without all the incidences and all the experiences and just what we lived in and what we go through here in Montreal, even on the South Shore where I'm actually from. you know, it does play a big role in, like, especially hip hop, especially when a lot of music is based on your experiences from where you are, and you're kind of really putting that on the map. So it was really cool. But the feeling of making it out, like the feeling of being able to say that, like, now I want to be clear. I don't come from like the dark depths of like the ghettos or stuff like that, but I don't come from like Beverly Hills, right? So I could kind of relate a little bit to what he's saying in terms of like what the feeling would be if I were to ever make it out and pop and really, you know, the podcast takes off and my like if I drop my album, my music works. But at the same time, it's like to even think about how I would feel if it worked. Imagine coming from like the depths of the ghetto, the darkest parts, the darkest places, and like the environment that we've been getting, to then be in the next spot. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to think, and I completely understand him. And you know, we flow through, and then we get to the chorus on Max B, and I just, oh my god, I don't know. The chorus really killed the song for me. Like, I really do enjoy what Cameron is doing, and I really enjoy what they're trying to say. Like, Max B goes, keep rising to the top, keep rising, grinding, keep striving on the block. And to my brothers that passed away, see you when we get up top. All of us, this is my city, Harlem. Now, I do appreciate that he's putting Harlem on the map, and he's really, like, you know, paying homage to his city and all that stuff. But this chorus sucks. Honestly, it is trash. I don't like it. It's not ear pleasing. I'm not impressed. I don't really know what else to say about it. It just is what it is. And then we go on to verse 2, and it more kind of is just the same flow. Yo, Reggie White took me on my first stick up, 15 years old, can't front. I caught the hiccups, told me to calm down, then proceeded to click up. Thought the car was a shirt, the way we left that shit ripped up. 8th Avenue dipped up in the waist, the grip tucked. Told me to keep my lips shut if ever get picked up. Still some of that more, you know, keep your mouth shut, don't be snitching, all that stuff. But just the way that you kind of find out, like, he was at 14 at one point when he started dreaming. The next year at 15, he was starting to do crimes and stuff. Really just had that, like, motivation and that determination to want to really succeed. So you really see that there, and it really just follows through. I didn't really catch else much more from this song, honestly, not to really be dismissive about it, but like it wasn't one of the songs that I really preferred. It ended up with a 3.5 on 5. The rapping is good, everything's good, just the chorus really threw me off, and the beat's not really that stellar for me to be like, oh, it overpasses it. So I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll keep rising on to the next track, featuring Max B, track number 10, Keep Rising. So this song was actually really cool. It kind of flows right in from the last track in terms of like kind of changing the beat, and Cameron comes in, addresses like, yo, let's switch it up. I don't usually do this, baby. Let's change the mood up. I'm gonna give it to her. Matter of fact, I usually do. Oh, you caught me in the zone tonight. Yes, you did. Like, we're kind of now getting into this smooth little jazzy feel. We're kind of getting this like little, he's trying to set up a vibe, which I enjoy this. And this has got some nice like boom bap feel to it. I feel like there's like a boom box there, and you kind of get this outside. He's just on the porch trying to chilling out, really trying to talk to a girl over here. So it's really great. And then he just kind of comes in, right? And he just kind of usually just does what he does. The kilos I got off Hamilton Terrace, way before the Jefferson Hamilton leathers, till I found out it was stepped on. Damn right, Cam had to test it. As much as I invested, homies don't stretch it. I mean, it was Pariso, but I'd rather have fish scale from Mexico, no breaks. Like, right there with the line, but I'd rather have fish scale from Mexico. It's like he's always trying to go for the top brand, the top line, top of the top, creme de la creme. And it's really cool how he's like setting these standards for himself and really like, yo, I need to be this. And he's always ahead of the game. Kept Snowflake, Cam had his own. I washed the money like Jammin' Jerome. She said, you're arrogant, you arrogant. Nah, I'm confident that I condone. Oof. I washed the money like Jammin' Jerome. She said, you arrogant. Nah, I'm confident that I condone. That is cool. The way that like he's switching up the arrogance that he has to be like, I'm confident. It's the only way I can keep moving because I believe in myself. I really make sure that, like, I'm doing what I gotta do. And in this game, in terms of like hip hop or making music or in the industry, a lot of people are always gonna try to say things or act or perceive that you're acting a different way, or kind of like make you feel like you're acting a different way, when really I believe everybody's just confident. When you're out here doing something different than everyone else, when you're podcasting, putting your voice out there, making music, really trying to just do something for yourself, trying to connect on a different level with people, like, people who are not doing it are going to actually start to talk shit and try to say some things, which is really annoying. And it's not that we're arrogant because we want to create and be the best at what we can be. We're confident. We believe highly in our visions, and we believe highly in ourselves that we know we can do this. Because no man can be the man he ain't a fan of his own. But where my ladies at with your fly asses selling hair weaves, waist trainers, eyelashes, you out here getting rich and you don't really give a shit. Like, kind of like, and I like how that follows up the last bar, right? So we kind of get, she's arrogant. She's saying that he's arrogant. He's saying, no, I'm confident, and I condone that I'm confident. But he kind of also alludes to the fact that, they're out here selling all these things, trying to get rich, and they don't really care about who they hurt or what they're doing. And that shows a little bit of humbleness to him, a little bit of honesty to him, where he's like, as much as I got to do X, Y, Z, I still have certain morals. I still have certain like guidelines that I follow that keep me on the right path, which is really cool. That's ice cold, baby. Got life goals. Her lips, you could wrap around a light pole. Oh my, if you roll right, you'll end up on the right road. Suede seat, mink rug, dashboard with gold. Like, I like how he keeps kind of throwing in these lavish things of life, but in a way to kind of explain, like, if you work hard and you do right and you kind of follow with what you should be doing, you'll achieve these things. And it's really nice to see how he's like flowing with that. Then we get the interlude. Yeah, I was. Fuck you talk about, man. Shake it. You know that hate, like luggage, baby. That's where I carry on, homie. Get it. That's why I think these things should go my way. I was driving on the highway. Okay, it's cool. And then we get into the outro. We get into that bag for you, boo. I wasn't. That's a fact, man. I know sex ain't the answer. It's the question. Yes, should have been the answer. When you with me, clocks exist, time doesn't. Like, I get what he's saying, and I understand that he's setting up this context, like he can kind of give everybody the best life. But I'm just like, meh. It is what it is. It is what it is, and I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not really my vibe, and Max B is just not really doing it for me today, honestly. Like, I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? So, in any case, I gave this song a 3.7 on 5. I apologize if I'm going a little bit quicker. This video may be a little bit shorter than the first one, just because some of these songs, by this time, I kind of felt like I was just kind of getting the same stuff. There wasn't really much more to talk about, but there's some things that I also do have some things to say, so it's not going to be too short. But just to give you guys some context and let you know, like, it's not that I'm like bored or anything. It's just, again, if you've seen the podcast before, I kind of, this does happen. I do have some difficulty when coming to a lot of these projects that have like a lot of the same themes and stuff like that when they're long like this. Like, there is 16 tracks, and I'll talk a little bit about that more at the end, so stay tuned. This song got a 3.7 on 5. The next track is The Get Back. So this song is weird. Off the bat, I'm just going to start with that. It's weird. I don't really know what the purpose of this song was, but I do want to comment. Mimi does a really good job on the chorus. I really like her voice. Never heard of her before. Really like the production that Schizo does for the instrumental. The instrumental was nice. It wasn't like the most stellar production or like really out here like, oh my god, this is banging, but it did give a different feel, and it kind of took the project in a different way. So I was like, oh, this is refreshing, this is nice. So Mimi on the chorus goes, I'm gonna get it on the block, looking for a way to flip it, put it all in a pot, setting up shop, I know I'll get it back. The get back, I know I'll get it back, I know I'll get it back. And the idea is, this is how business works. You gotta put it in, make your money, invest your money. And the idea is you're gonna get this back at one point. Once you put in the work, you put in the effort, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then Cameron comes in with this verse. Baby girl mad cause I hopped out the pussy and I asked for police protection. I need help. She said, you're doing all that, man, you need to calm down. It's only a yeast infection. Only. I said, I ain't baking bread. I don't know your homies, mommy, but hey, maybe they okay that. Maybe they cool, but I'll let you know right now, living live and live in color, homie, don't play that. No, you need to lay back, bathe that, powder, and spray that. Wait too long, ma, you gon' need Ajax. Dude, what? Like, alright, I understand. He went in, and it's not working, and I don't care. Like, it's just... If you're trying to tell me that, like, you wanna, like, warn me about this type of shit, sure, fine, okay. But, like, who the fuck are you hanging around with that's gonna let you dick her down while she knows she has a yeast infection? Like, you really gotta pick some better women, man. Like, if you trying to fuck with her, at least, and if she's some rando, at least get, like, the proper questions or some shit before you start, like, doing all this. She said she got some mage, said, you something else, whatever, girl, just know I'm going somewhere else. Fuck her. 10 Dutches, 2 hoes in Cali live. I be in Neiman's getting Fendi and Ballyfly. Alright, so the first verse consisted of sex went wrong and now you're mad, so you're gonna go splurge on some rich shit. Hey, okay. Don't know how you're getting it all back. I don't understand that, but sure. Then we get the chorus. All right, Mimi does a good job. Really impressed. Everything was smooth. Everything goes well. And then Cameron comes in and goes, Barack did his thing, but he had to go. Everybody mad at Trump. Yeah, they mad. Was Hillary better? Yeah, maybe so. But till Bill Clinton passed the blunt, we'll never know. I mean, I really don't matter because the bread gone. Come, and I'm still on stylish guy. I'm still one stylish guy, but I still get foul. You remember that night I almost made Bill O'Reilly cry. I don't care. Like, I don't know what any of this means. At first, like, what does this have to do with being on the fucking block? How does this... I'm get it on the block. Look for a way to flip it. Put it all in a pot. Setting up shop. I know I'll get it back. What the fuck does any of this mean to me? Now, maybe I'm a little bit, like, being aggressive with it, and I'm sorry. But I don't understand. And if somebody can please explain this to me, I don't actually understand what, like, he's getting political for... on some whatever. Okay. Almost made Bill O'Reilly cry. Okay. Yeah. He can't live with that. His ego can't get it back. Can't get back. All right. Sure, you're a Republican, but I'm a diplomat. All right. Okay, cool. I guess, like, I'm pretty sure, isn't Cameron, like, part of the, like, Dipset? Isn't that, whatever. In the tournament, homie, we, with a centerfold, had the butter on me, something like a dinner roll. If you sell in bundles, bundle up, it's getting cold. Me, I got keys, piano man, Billy Joel. What, literally, what the fuck? What the actual fuck is being said so far? So I'm still confused. I don't know. The first verse, I don't understand what any of that means. Unless you're saying, like, the get back is to, like, bounce back from the L, like the way Big Sean said it, like, oh, first I take an L, last night took an L, but tonight I bounce back. Okay, cool. So first verse, you fuck some girl, she has an yeast infection, she didn't tell you, it fucked up, you bounced back, you went to some lavish places and you got some first time. Cool. The fuck do we care about political thing? Who's bouncing back to what? You went on this whole political thing, and then you made Bill O'Reilly cry. You're the stylish guy. We hate Trump. Okay, we don't... Was Hillary Clinton better? I don't know. She wasn't in power. We don't know this. I mean, I don't follow politics, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking out of my ass. But We don't know until it happens. So, okay, fair question. Fine. I mean, it really doesn't matter because the bread gone. Come on, I'm still one stylish guy. Nobody cares if you're stylish if you're talking about politics. All right. But I still get foul. You remember that night I almost made Bill O'Reilly cry. Look, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so moving on, then we get the chorus. I'm going to get it on the block, look for a way to flip it, put it all in the pot, send it up shop. Now I'll get it back. All right, I don't know what pot we're talking about. Is it the melting pot that is the States? I'm not sure, but sure. Before I had a watch, though, this is verse 3. Before I had a watch, though, I always knew the right time. Okay, I get it. You were always at the right place, the right time. You knew what move to make. Okay, sure, fine. Your dope stepped on mine from the pipeline. I don't do guidelines. I don't play sidelines. Looking in hindsight, they look in side eye. That means sideways, but y'all ain't do the highway. We know what side eye means, dude. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know. This is the one song on the whole project that I'm kind of like being very critical on, because everything else kind of made sense and flowed through even if I didn't like it. This literally has no connection to what I don't understand. 4 nights, 5 days, Monday to Friday. When I made it to the 10, I would get high praise. Everybody eats. It's a National Pie Day. Went to San Diego, around the corner from the Padres, came from Tijuana. Hi, Hio, I'm your Padre. You would do it too if you live where I stay. That's the name. My 6th album, Crime Pays. So, okay, that is where I think I have the issue, is that all of this makes sense once he says that's why I named my 6th album Crime Pays. Because, all right, so you did all this in Crime Pays, but that's just literally the last verse. Your first verse wasn't crime. You were fucking a girl with a yeast infection. That's not a crime. That's just stupid. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being very critical. And please, come at me in the comments and let me know. Or, like, hit me up on Twitter and let me know what's going on if I'm saying some dumb shit. But this is literally... This is a 3-on-5. I didn't understand anything about it. I didn't like it. It bored the crap out of me. And the more times I played this, I was just like, what the fuck am I getting? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to move on from this because I'm just getting irritated. Just be honest. So this song is actually really cool. The premise of this song, the way that I understand it, is he's kind of addressing the fake stunting fronting acts of people and how they kind of go about their day. And I really like the brutal honesty that he's kind of just bringing on. Well, not brutal honesty, but like just how he's kind of expressing it. So he just starts off on the intro. Listen. All right, I'm listening, bro. She did her thing. Voila. When she sucked it off, her face looked like sci-fi. She put the hard dick bye-bye. Sperm was everywhere like Wi-Fi. You can't get Wi-Fi in the country in the middle of like a fucking field with no available service. Or towers. Or internet connection that you're not paying for. So it's not really everywhere. And if you're getting sperm everywhere, that's not really sanitary either. Keep it to the bed. You can clean the sheets after. Then we lit it up. Lit up that lala. Alright. Killed the kitty because I'm the cat with 9 lives. No. Then we smoked in vanilla rental. We tore up the villa. She like, you really a killer. I'm like, don't get too familiar. But you're flawless. You the best thing that made science since the cordless. And I'm just kind of going through the whole verse. But, like, again, it doesn't really stick to what I was saying, but it does, right? So, Candy's on the porch in the garage, you come live lawless, check the phone and the callers, only bad bitches and ballers, how murder he wrote, I'm the author, I ain't lying, man, I'm flyer than a saucer baby. Okay, so we're getting this premise of, like, him, interacting with this woman. Cool. Then we get the chorus, which was interesting because everyone lying, it's bananas. If you ducking from the cops with the scanners, if you hustlers are a scammer or you showing off your pussy on Camster, just be honest. What she tell you, you ain't got to put the WWE mask on it. I know it's you. So I like how, like, he's trying to say that everybody's faking and nobody's really being true to themselves, but I ain't really getting that from the verses, which is where I'm a little bit confused. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't really get where he's coming from, but I understood more than half of this album, and suddenly I'm sitting here going, what the fuck are we talking about? And maybe, like, I don't know, maybe I need a different perspective, but I'm just a little bit confused. So something that he did say that I do like on verse 2 is Triple C, cool, calm, and collected, I am. Triple B, bitch, blowjob, breakfast, not mean. Triple P, plush, pussy, my preference, it is. Triple G, gangster gon' leave no guessing. I mean, Triple D, don't dive in deception. That's dope. The way he said all that was really, really cool, and I really did enjoy that. Here comes the D's with flush pies and seconds. WGW, yes, we got weapons. What I'm driving won't fill. What's your preference? I mean, the boat is hot. The yacht is docked to drop the top if you guessing. So 1100 so fast I'll spend 10 off your luggage, or maybe you're in the Rovers, or maybe you want a chauffeur. Dude, at the end of the day, I feel like he's just trying to say that, like, he's real and everyone else is not, but like this is not that good. The flow and the rhyming is great. The way that he's connecting all the lines together is great. He's really got skill on that. The Mimi does a great job. Mimi and Cameron on the chorus are really, really good together. Everything is legit, but it's just, I'm not feeling it anymore. Like, I'm really just not feeling this. Like, it's like there was so many better tracks before. This is just, like, I understand what he's saying, okay? Like, I like the chorus, how he's trying to tell everybody, like, why is everybody faking? But at this point, it's like at this point, I'm kind of just like, but you're not even making any reference to what they're doing. You're just kind of proving why you're real. But we know why you're real. At least I do. I fucking listened to 11 songs of why you were real and all this other stuff. So I'm not quite sure. I feel like there could have been like a different take on like just addressing like the women on webcams and addressing the fake gangsters and how they move and how they do stuff and how they talk and how you address them. Like, that would have been cool. This is just, I grew up around cobras. What else? Sharks, rats, and vultures. Crack fiends and ballers. Pardon me if I'm vulgar. Nobody cares if you're vulgar, dude. You just told me about how you had sex with a girl with an yeast infection. Nobody cares if you're vulgar. Clearly, I'm reviewing it. Like, whatever. Maybe I'm just triggered. Fine. Overall, the song is good, and I'll admit I'm kind of running out of shit to say with some of these things, because like it just kind of really seems like it's just, you know what? I'm gonna say it. This half of the album kind of sounds like B-sides. Kind of sounds like he's trying to make a full 16th length project, and the first couple of tracks were really good, really hard hitting, all really nice, and then all of these tracks are kind of just B-sides or an attempt to try to do something different that I'm not actually understanding. That's just on me. In any case, it was good. I did enjoy it. I let it at a 4 on 5. I like how, again, he does the triple C, triple B, triple P thing. That was really nice. And I do like the mashup of the chorus with Mimi and Cameron. It does a really great job. Overall, though, the next song is called Ride the Wave. So this was actually really cool. Just the way Cameron flows over the track and kind of what the beat is bringing to the table was really nice. I like the little boppy feel to it, the way he kind of jumps around. But this was just another kind of like love song. And I think that's part of what Cameron does, is he's very good at being like really gangster. But at the same time, he's also really good at making like songs for women, I find. Like, just, I want to love you, I want to have a great time, I want to forget the world, you know, it's all good. So the intro goes in. This God's work, baby. Cut it out, man. Good loving, daddy. Ooh. You know I'm all about principle, and you acting too cool for school, homie. Let me be your rocking chair. Let me talk to him. Killa. And he kind of just goes in, right? So first one, she said she way more comfortable with the felons. Stuck it in soon after she started yelling. Put my dick between her melons. Asked if we could 69. Yeah, but no telling. And this is the song. and it's good, but I like how he's contextualizing like it's certain type of people because he's a felon. He considers this girl wants to chill with the felons. He's just chilling with him. I mean, baby girl, best one, and a rump shaker. I'm a special ed garbage can. I get dumb paper. Former Von Zip Club attender. Oh, what's that? Just paper on Defender. She's fine though. Thinking about making her remember. Out of sight, out of mind. But my gram make her remember. It's like more of that. Just like this wasn't enough. I'm trying so hard to like find what it is that is good about these songs so far, and I'm just not finding it anything. Like, I understand that like this is what he does, but it's just not for me. That's really what it is. It's not for me. That we made a true how we made it through the winter and we laid up until December, laid up to December. Then we made a true agenda. My dick played in her placenta. Okay, that's like whatever. Young slender, she will make up in a splendor. And up in a splendor, had her shaken like a blender. Handcuffs make her surrender. Like, I really like how, and I've said this before, I like how he is very descriptive, how he can break down and express what he's saying and really give you this image. But it's just like, okay. Chorus, yeah, baby, grab the Birkin. Told her, man, this ain't working. Come to my house, started twerking, opened my pants, and went surfing. Yeah, she told me ride the wave. Now I'm trying to ride the wave. Yeah, I'm riding the wave. She said, can I stay? I'll behave face to face in person. She told her, man, this ain't working. Came to my house, started twerking. So, like, okay. So you're now telling me how you're taking, like essentially, you're going to take my girl. You're basically sleeping with women who are already in relationships, who have to deal with X, Y, Z, A, B, C, but yet you're like, oh well, no, it's whatever. I'm Cameron, and I'll do what I want. Which, do as you please. Like, for your accolades and for what you've done, do as you please. But it's just not like, I'm just tired of hearing this type of shit. I stay clean as chlorine get. All right. She dressed up, got that morphine drip. Okay. So I gave her G-Dep. Special delivery. Pussy was surfing, so I put it out of its suffering. So I put it out of its misery. I'm digging her, she digging it. She said, is you kidding me? But when I hit the bottom, she said, homie, is you shitting me? Chill, you almost got me shitting, flea. Oh. Okay. You fucking with the A team now, girl. I'm Mr. T. Jeans from Italy. Homies, they can't do diddly, pun intended. I like that. Little did Italy do diddly, did the big pun thing. That's really great. Yeah, Little League, and now you can't sit. Y'all Little League, and y'all can't sit with me. All my children, your swag got it right here. Don't care if you're 30, homie, get up in that high chair. Now, I like that. I like how he's kind of still solidifying that, like, he is the best. Like, he's the one that set the way. He's the one that paved the way, which is good. We should be, paying homage to the people who have, paid their dues and done what they needed to do to get where they needed to be. That's totally fine, and I totally respect that. But, like, it just flows through. There isn't much else to it. It's just, I'm the best, and this is why. And I appreciate it. I do think it's good. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of dragging out. And I know I keep saying that, and I'm being very negative. But this, like, I think this is the problem with, like, really long albums with this type of content, where it's like, a nice, 12 tracks would have been fine. Maybe I don't even know, like, maybe even 10 tracks of just everything, very different variations would have worked. But there's a lot of just what I feel is, like, these are multiple reasons on why I'm the best. And you could have jam-packed a lot of these in, like, longer songs and, like, probably made, like, a 4-minute track and had, like, 3 serious verses that had, like, X, Y, Z. You could have given me, some type of insight of, like, how you changed, especially knowing that you're 43 and you're like, I assume you're acting different. You have, like, you claim to be a father, so, said that you're a father, so you have kids. Like, just, I don't know. There's like other things. And again, I said this on the other part too. Last week we did the Atmosphere review, which had a lot of like dad rap in it, a lot of like dealing with family, dealing with life, dealing with getting older and stuff like that, which, you know, I understand that this is like maybe quote unquote gangster rap or whatnot, but I mean, I could still learn from you guys. I could still learn, you know, how you guys are looking at life. What movements are you making in this type? What type of things do you have to handle? So that's just kind of where I'm at. Overall, I gave the song a 3.7. I mean, it's good, but meh. The next song is Killa Bounce, featuring Disco Black. So right off the bat, this song is way better for me, just because it's got more of that, like, more trappier feel to it, the bass, the drums, the way that the beat is presented. It's really, really dope, and I really do enjoy it. And it's just more gangster, to I feel. The content, though, is the same in terms of, like, I'm fucking women and, you know, like, I'm taking your girl. So I do, you know, he kind of starts off intro, Frenzy Entertainment, turn the beat up, keep quiet, bitch. All right, so we're getting in. And I've been telling girls, 4th grade in Mr. Noel's, we leave the bathroom, look, no kissing and telling. They still bragging to their friends, girl, I done been with a felon. Who, bitch, kill a cam, at least keep it down with the yelling. So it's like, he does have his rules, he does have his things, but, you know, he understands that people, you know, idolize him and, you know, want to kind of be with him and stuff like that. So if you're going to be running your mouth, just keep it on the low. I ain't got to sell another record. Look, I'm set up for life. If I'm in the club, I'm at the bar, I'm next to your wife. Why are you next to my wife? Like, that annoys me. Like, why? Go pick up one of the girls from your fucking high school and go deal with them. They still want to be with you. Why you got to be next to my wife? That's the reason homies gonna hate me for the rest of their life. Yes. You are actively choosing to have me hate you if you are being next to my wife and trying to hit on her. Stabbed her in the stomach. Aw, man, she had sex with a knife. Really? Okay. Things been rolling my way, so they think that I'm fixing the dice. Okay, that's all right. You have control, which is cool because, like, if you're with loaded dice, you're supposed to always, like, really win and stuff like that, which is interesting because, like, he's kind of implying that he's always, like, a step ahead of the game, which, all right, cool. Sleeping with my chains on, igloo, I live in my ice. That was funny. Cancel. If you ain't family, only thing I can give you advice. The world's one big piece of cake, homie, go get you a slice. Now, that's really cool, kind of just like how he selectively chooses to give people advice based on who they are. If they're family, he'll help you and he'll really, you know, go all ends and the ways for it. But if you're not family, he ain't really want nothing to deal with you. He's kind of just sitting here like, yo, bro, go get yours. Go do what you gotta do. Just don't be stepping on mine or whatnot, right? Baby turned around, threw her ass right in front of my face. Nah, it ain't my birthday, but asked if I wanted some cake. Okay. Nah, it ain't my birthday, but asked if I wanted some cake. And it's just like, all right, cool. Disco Black does a really good job, though. Take it or leave it, baby. Give me a reason, baby. To my thoughties, all my body. Take it easy, baby. Here the season, baby. You begin. You begging and pleading, baby. Got you finding, don't be greedy, take it easy, baby. I can't keep the ladies off of me. I like the chorus. It was really hype. It kind of had the edge. But it's like, really? You can't keep the ladies off of you, or do you choose not to keep them off of you? Like, I'm pretty sure that's something you can maintain. I'm just saying. Look here, baby girl. Verse 2. Look here, baby girl. I ain't with all the begging, please. That begging, please. Soon as you come in, off with your leggings, please. You the one that said, can I come into your section, please? That you'll bend it over and you swore you had Megan's knees. It's like, I don't know. Like, I think this is where it really bothers me, is kind of how he depicts, like, women just being, like, as these, like, fun sexual things. And this is where I'm like, is this the only way that girls can talk to you, is if they're offering to fuck you and a bunch of shit, which I kind of find is really immature and stupid, especially from somebody who's 43 with, like, probably more to offer and, like, can probably give more wisdom and intelligence to these people. I'm kind of just like, dude, this is whack. Like, yeah, you can have your songs where you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking have fun. Great, that's fine. But like at a certain point, it's like, for me to just come into this section, or for like a girl to just come into this section, she has to be willing to do something. Like, she can't just chill with you. What if she's like some type of investor or something? Like, I don't know. It just seems really weird to me. Now you sitting around talking about all this cheddar cheese. Here's a thought to get from round me. Girl, you better leave. I stay with a trick and a trick up my other sleeve. When I was moving water, they called me the seven C's. Whatever. Playing in my baby girl like it's a cool robbery. Then she starts to squirt. Oh, it's a pool party. He just told her to leave, and now he's playing in another girl. And I don't know, is it the same girl? I don't know, man. It just sounds like it sounds like conscious rapping, like free flow conscious rapping, where it's just these are what kind of happened, and he's just kind of sticking them all together, which is good. The song did get a 4.2 on 5 because it's one of like the better songs on the entire album. I really do like this. It's just hyper, but yeah, like that's just really what it is. It's a good song though, and like we're kind of coming up to the end here, so 2 more tracks. I gave the song a 4.2 on 5, and the next song is Believe and Flee. So I like this song. The way that it starts off, it's got this very powerful, you got to believe in something. Why not believe and flee? Like the way that he's just saying, like, you know, we all have to believe in something. You should be believing in me. You should really be like, you know, go like follow what I'm saying and you know, put your faith in me and everything will be okay. So I do appreciate that, and I do like how he's like setting up that context and wanting to kind of be out there for the people. But then like he just kind of goes in and does like the same stuff. Poverty, nah, I wasn't understanding it. No way that I'll ever have to ever have a hand in it. My building look abandoned, so Cam had to abandon it. Now I got me in a crib, you need a laminate. It's me, Flee, the car all pink. 2-door, take your bitch with 1 wink. Location where the black rich homies link. Move a couple bricks a month in case the ship ever sink. Like, I completely get it, and I understand what you're doing, and like I understand how he's like giving off this like, yo, this is what I had to do, and if you believe in what I do, you know, you can do it too, and you can also, you know, like support and make it out if you believe in what I'm saying and if you follow along. I really get that, but it's just like, when you're asking us why not to believe in you, I mean, dude, you spent it, like, just me, and this is me being very fucking critical, sure, but like for me, I'm kind of like, dude, you spent the whole album telling me about how much richer you are and how you're gonna like basically fuck all my friends' girls and wives and my wife too. Like, why am I believing in you? What are you, like, realistically, besides making really good like hood music, really good vibe music, making really good music that is like, I understand why people would vibe to it, and like in the right setting this would be really, really good music. Like, this is a lot of club bangers, this is a lot of like radio jams, this is a lot of like, you know, like house parties and like events. Like, you can really like put this on, like, you know, maybe if you're into that and you want to have like some like, you know, freaky sex or whatever, you can probably put on some of his like more of his like sexual songs. But like overall, what am I believing in? Like, somebody, and I guess that's part of the thing too, right? Like, I'm not from that era, I'm not from that like lifestyle or whatnot, so it's really hard to convince me to believe in something that like I don't partake in, I don't really, you know, do. Now granted, if we're talking like slang content like dope, right, that's like the number one motto here behind that suit. If we're talking slanging content like dope, then yeah, I do believe in you, and I do understand that, like, you know, your work ethic and the way you just hit the block and everything is just super, super legit in how you do things. But, and again, I'm not trying to make a comparison, but like, I'm gonna go to Griselda for that. Like, there's way more of like, I don't know, I'm gonna go listen to like a Conway the Machine. I'm gonna go listen to like me personally, a young Jeezy maybe, where I'm more inclined to like kind of learn what the movements really were, what the actual things were. Granted, Cameron did give me, some things like don't be the middleman and you got to do all this stuff yourself and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's what everyone has told me. There isn't really like anything about like the industry or really like how it works and how you got to like be careful with the fiends and whatnot and stuff like that. It's just, it was a lot of like, yo, I got this and I got that. And I don't know. I'm trying to understand like what I'm supposed to be believing in. If somebody in the comments can let me know, that'd be great. But like, I don't really see, 2 Chainz on. Yeah, we made our mamas proud of us. 7 Dirty Rock. So please get loud with us. 11 word for anybody who doubted us. Like, I don't think anybody really doubted you, but I don't know. I think, again, the biggest part with this is that I think it's just not my piece. But there is still one song left, and I'll kind of finish it up at the end. But I gave this song a 4 on 5. I do think that this song does do a good job at, like, having this very powerful feel. I understand, like, listening to this, you could really be like, okay, like, you're believing in what he's doing, and I can understand how it's like, if you were to, like, as a listener, if you were to embody yourself into the song and you, like, take it as your own self, like, why don't you believe in me, like, being Flea, like just taking that persona on, I can understand that. So 4 on 5. Next and final track is Straight Harlem, featuring Jim Jones and Shada 93. So this was really cool. More of that like anthem feel to it, more of this like really kind of hard-hitting celebratory feel. We got friends. We got Jim Jones and Shada 93. So that was really exciting. Now I like how the intro comes in. It's Cameron featuring Big L. And it's just like, I'm straight Harlem world, Harlem world, Harlem world. I'm straight Harlem world. And they're really just, putting Harlem on the map. They're really just like putting their city where they're from and really just talking about it. And it was really, really great. And it's kind of just loops together like that. I can't wait for my block to get it together, man. Story, I'm straight. Story so fucking crazy, man. Wish the big homies would come together, man. Tell their story, man. I'll tell you a taste of what I know, though. And I like how he's doing that. I like how he's like kind of explaining, there's a lot of people who've got stories and experiences that they should be expressing so that we have a more understanding of what, this environment is, this atmosphere. And it was really, really great. And then he just, goes in and does the Cameron thing. I had to beg the big homie Reg not to rob Steph Marbury. The same year that he got drafted, I said, that's my man. He say he got the rollie on, that's my shit. Tell him to leave or I'm gonna start snatching. You got it, OG. I don't want no problems, big or small. I knew they was wildin' when homies robbed Biggie Smalls. Right there, it's like, you're kind of getting this sense of like, even though that Cameron is like a really big boss type dude, he still respects the OGs, which is something that maybe not is happening a lot in hip hop right now, where it's like a lot of these newer acts are all like, yo, I'm the best, fuck everybody, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's like, you got to pay homage to who paved the way for you, who allowed you to do what it is you do today. Like, it's not like anything new is really happening. It's all been like copy pasted, printed from somebody else and remade from somebody else or inspired by somebody else. But it's nice to know that like even guys like this who are like looking up at the bigger dudes and they're like, yo, I'm gonna snap, and they're like, yeah, let me handle it, let me take care of it. Like, you've given me, let me give back. It's pretty crazy. And then he's got other lines like, on the east side, my homies had hand grenades and AKs, plus nobody loved me more than my homie AJ, and be in grand projects anytime I'm on vacay. I still will get masked up with the Mac tucked. Yeah, I'm back up with no backup. The cap bust. It's like getting hit by Mac trucks. The way he says that is really dope, and he's just kind of verifying like, yo, if we still have to go there, we'll definitely take it there. And that was pretty dope. Then we get the interlude with Big L, which is I'm Straight Harlem World, and that was pretty cool. And then we got friend Jim Jones, and I respect and I know who Jim Jones is, and I respect for everything he's done, but I've never really liked him. It's just not my forte. It's not my like preference. But, you know, he does well. I'm on 7th Avenue with my Corrados on. Double park with my hazards on the block. God bless the dead when my homie Light had that bomb. Word bound 40 dealt before school start in a school zone, and the teacher talk about school smarts. That was really dope. Like, kind of how, you know, the teacher's talking about school smarts, and he's out here implementing school smarts in terms of drug dealing, and really trying to make that money at a young age, which was really, really dope. In school, from the same hood as May and Big Dave, hoop dream turns coop dreams, and we sold crack where kids play. Kind of more of that, like, grimy lifestyle, letting us know like what it's about. Live on Lennox fell dead in a vacant lot. His 16 at the thing trying to make us a salate. I was 15 and I had work trying to make a lot. Cooked it up in a fiend's house. All he wanted was to scrape the pot. Like, just more of that environment, that atmosphere from where they come from. It's crazy. And then we get the chorus again, and then we get into verse 3, which is Shot at 93. And I really just enjoyed Shot at 93, the way that he just kind of came in and did it. I'm a 12th Street delegate, profiting off every play. Man y'all look up to is not who I celebrate. I was raised by killers that rose hell and pissed on heaven's gates. I was taught by robbers that robbed the robbers, but that's a separate case. Oof. Like, he's being taught by the bigger people. Like, just the way that these guys are connected is insane. In my present state, I'm getting money. I never press the brakes. Dude die. Don't tell me that shit bout he in a better place. Move forward and elevate in the spirit of players that used to score. I remind him of Hen Dog when he pulled up in the coupe before. Like, it's just, it's a lot of the grimy type of flowing, which is really, really dope. And it's a really nice way to end the project. Personally, I think maybe starting it off like this would have been dope, but it's a good way to end the project. I overall left this with a 4.2. All the artists did stand up nice with each other. And that kind of brings us to the end of the review. Overall, the album got a 3.8 on 5. It's a personal preference. I know a lot of people are going to say that I'm wrong and that it should be like a 4, 4.5 or something like that. But realistically, there's a lot of songs on here that I would knock off and maybe give like a better grade. I just think that it's a vibe. It more comes down to, if you like Cameron and you like what he does, you're gonna like this project. If this is your first time reviewing Cameron, you may not actually like him. You may not actually enjoy it, depending if you like this type of music or not. Now, overall, this isn't really for me. There is some songs that I think really kind of stood out and were like, this is really good. But overall, I'm going to other people for other reasons, and Cameron's not really the first person I think I'm going to be thinking of when I want to get motivated. Again, I prefer other things. I prefer listening to some other music, and I just feel like there's just better lyricists out there. In that case, to say, very talented, very nice adventure going through this project. It was a very up and down. Thank you, Cameron, for allowing me to wear. For being the dude who allowed me to wear like purple and pink and hip hop and have it all accepted. That's amazing. I get to like actually express myself the way I want. So thank you for that. But yeah, that's really it so far. Thank you so much for staying with me this entire time. I know it's been kind of like a really dragged out up and down, and I apologize. I am trying to get better. Hopefully next album we do, I like more, and I'll have more to say and be more optimistic about it. With that, I do want to say thank you to the Patreons, Lindell Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, Ismail Gadamsi, and Scribble. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for us, for helping us get a new camera, helping us change the backdrop. We're going to be changing it again as well. Thank you. I think you guys helped us get the Audio Technica as well, the earphones in the back you see there. Really, all the love and support is truly amazing. We really just love having you guys part. I honestly think you guys are like part of the team in the way that you guys can like sign up to the Patreon and allow and kind of force our hands into what albums you want to hear, have us review. And it doesn't stop at albums. There's also shows. We can do conversations. If you have any beefs you want us to overlook and stuff like that, we can definitely just kick back, have a conversation. You have a local project you want us to review, let us know. And that's some of the ways on Patreon that you can definitely do that. With that, you can definitely hit me up on Twitter, Chrometopia, Chris Chrome 93 or whatever. It's right here. I can't think of it right now. I'm sorry. It's right here. You can definitely hit me up on Twitter. You can also hit us up in the YouTube comments. I'll try to make an effort to go and look at the comments. Holden will definitely respond. He responds to almost everybody, if not everybody. I'm more on like the Twitter side and working on a lot of projects on my own. I have an album coming, as well as some other things I have in the works that I'm trying to do. So lot of things for 2020. Oh, with that, I also wanted to say this is going to be coming out before Christmas, so happy holidays to everybody. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry, but happy holidays to everybody, and thank you so much for another great year in 2019 of just supporting us and really just being there and helping us get with all of our all of our knowledge and just being part of the journey. Thank you so much. With that, I'm rambling. That's it. He's not here, so I'll do it, but live long and prosper.